3, Lesson 2, Animals Part 3. In your previous class, we are learned reproductions in animals, oviparous and viviparous animals. In this class, we are going to learn about types of asexual reproductions. Types of asexual reproductions. They are fission, budding, fragmentation and finally spore formation. Fission, budding, fragmentation and spore formation. What is the meaning of asexual reproduction? The type of reproduction in which only a single parent gets divided into two new offspring is known as asexual reproductions. The type of reproduction in which only a single parent gets divided into two new offspring is known as asexual reproductions. There are several ways by which animals reproduce asexually. They are fission, budding, fragmentation, spore formation. First one, fission. Fission occurs in some invertebrate, that means organisms without backbone. Organisms without backbone, that's called invertebrate. Multicell organisms. So, fission occurs in some invertebrate multicelled organisms. In this method, an organism splits itself into two parts. For example, flatworms, sea anemones and sea cucumbers divide into two halves and regenerated the other half in each of the resulting individuals. So, what is the meaning of fission ma? In this method, an organism splits itself into two parts. Example, flatworms, sea anemones and sea cucumbers. So, fission also classified in two types, binary fission, multiple fission. Okay, fine, binary fission, multiple fission. So, what is the meaning of fission? In this method, an organism splits itself into two parts. Examples, flatworms, sea anemones and sea cucumbers. This is the sea anemones. See this picture. This is the sea anemones. Next one, budding. Budding is a form of asexual reproduction that results from the outgrowth of a part of the body. So, then the bud is separated from the original organism, forming two individuals. Budding occurs commonly in some invertebrate animals such as hydras and corals. So, budding happens when a part of the parent organism pinches off and forms a new organism. So, then the new organism separates from the parent and lives independently. Example, jellyfish, hydra, corals. See that, jellyfish. This is the process of budding. So, what is the meaning of budding ma? Budding is a form of asexual reproduction that results from the outgrowth of a part of the body. Then the bud is separated from the original organism. The bud is separated from the original organism, forming two individuals. Budding occurs commonly in some invertebrate animals such as hydras and corals. See this picture, budding of hydra. So, first hydra, then growth of bud. Next step, bud develops mouth and tentacles. And finally, then the bud is separated from the original organism. Next one, fragmentation. So what is the meaning of fragmentation? Parts of the organism break up and a new organism grows identical to the parent. Example, worms, star, fish. So what is the meaning of fragmentation? Fragmentation is the breaking of an individual into parts followed by regeneration. Reproduction through fragmentation is observed in sponges and sea stars. Examples, sponges and sea stars. So the mature organism, in fragmentation, the mature organism breaks up into two or more pieces or fragments. The fragments then grow into complete organism. The fragments regenerated to form an entire individual. So example, starfish, sponges, sea stars. Fragmentation may occur through accidental damage from predators, or as a natural form of reproduction. See this picture, this is starfish. And finally, spores. Some protozoan bacteria, plants and fungi reproduce via spores. Spores are the structures naturally grown as part of an organism's life cycle. In a suitable environment, the spores will develop into a fully grown organism. In a suitable environment, the spores will develop into a fully grown organism. So in this lesson, we are learned types of asexual reproduction. So types of asexual reproduction. First one, fission, budding, fragmentation, spore formation. Fission, budding, fragmentation, spore formation. What is the meaning of fission? In this method, an organism splits itself into two parts. Example, flatworms, sea anemones and sea cucumbers. Sea anemones and sea cucumbers. Next one, budding. Budding is a form of asexual reproduction that results from the outgrowth of a part of the body. Then the bud is separated from the original organism. Example, jellyfish, hydra, corals. Next one, fragmentation. Fragmentation is the breaking of an individual into parts followed by regeneration. Part of the organism break off and a new organism grows identical to the parent. Example, worms and starfish. And finally, spores. Some protozoan bacteria, plants and fungi reproduce via spores. Spores are the structures naturally grown as part of an organism's life cycle. In a suitable environment, the spores will develop into a fully grown organism. So, thank you.